In front of you, on your anvils, is a claw. Go ahead and lift that up. That is a stack of 6 bars of high-carbon steel. Your challenge is to forge from those bars of metal a fully functioning weapon. And just to test your skills even further, you must also use a Hada technique. A Hada technique involves forging multiple layers of steel into one billet from which you make your blade. Your Hada must include at least 12 layers of steel. Good luck, bladesmiths. Your time starts now.
I live a pretty traditional Japanese lifestyle in an American setting. Gonna weld. When I do my sword making, I have a Zen mind, so the style of life lends to the Asian way. The challenge is to have at least 12 layers in the Hada when we're finished. However, I can get 21 layers as quickly as I can get 12 layers. I have some ideas about not using all 6 pieces. I'm gonna use 5, draw it out, cut it up, stack 4 stacks of 5, and then the single in the middle. So I'll have 21 layers when I'm done. It's gonna make such a strong blade. It's gonna really be good looking too. And odd numbers are for me. I don't do even numbers.
How Dave is using the machines, that long stance. He's got that martial arts Zen thing working for him.
Unfettered mind is the samurai.
I need to make sure my welds stick, because if I don't create a solid weld here, it's all over.
So right now I'm working part-time as a farrier for a friend of mine, and I'm working part-time as a bladesmith for myself. And my end goal would be to be a bladesmith full-time.
When the billet broke off the handle and fell on the floor, I just had a hard time picking it back up.
Like a dog picking up a Frisbee.
I'm just so off my game now. It messed me up so much. It changed my mentality. Now I got to rush everything. You know, I'm no longer calm.
Or Jimmy's got the whole deputy dog glove smear going on. From here, it looks like he grew a mustache.
I'm just telling myself, hey, calm down. You got plenty of time. You can do this. I immediately go over there and I weld a new handle on there out of a thicker piece of steel. I need every second I can to get caught back up.
2 hours gone. This is the halfway point.
The plan is now to bend the steel over and forge weld it again.
To do that, I heat up the first forge welded billet and I make an incision with a hot chisel. After that, I can reheat the billet and bend it onto itself. I have to keep heating up and keep hammering and stretching it until I get the desired shape. That's a lot of elbow grease.
I'm cruising along pretty well. I'm finished grinding, getting the grit to where I want it.
Mother, woo!
So I know that I can make a hamon and make the sword strong.
Ain't over till the fat lady sings.
So I use a Japanese technique. I resist portions of the blade with clay.
You're really seeing some craftsmanship out of David at this point. He's putting some detail into that blade.
Nice to see these guys doing the extra stuff that we keep expecting to see.
All the choices that I'm making are a little above and beyond, but it's what I do best. And so it gets hot, I quench it, success.
There's 20 minutes left. I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm sweaty, I'm dirty. This is my make it or break it moment. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm not giving up.
Never had to forge a blade so quick.
There's about 10 minutes left on the clock. As I plunge the blade into the oil, and as I pull it out, I look at the blade. I might be patting myself on my own shoulder here, but this is one hell of a dagger. I don't have anything else to do. Put in the anvil, and I go sit down and stare at it. Feel pretty good.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Bladesmiths, your time is up. You've done an excellent job. of making this a very difficult decision for our judges, but they need some time to decide who's going through to the next round and who's leaving the forge. Thank you.
No, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start with Jimmy's blade.
It's really heavy. The tang is just massive.
Very thick, yeah.
He's got a lot of grinding to do to get this blade to a finished point. It's a good shape for a chopping test.
Let's move on to David's blade.
Boy, is it heavy.
Yeah.
There is so much material in that blade. And I like what he did with 21 layers. In
That was
Hada.
nice, yeah.
You got some, cojones there, making all these layers.
But he's going to wind up grinding 50% of that out.
But it's got a good slashing feel to it. I mean, it's got a good belly for it to chop. We asked for the best that they can do. I think he went above and beyond with that.
Let's move on to Jamie's blade.
I like the design because it's got that straight back, which is going to be a good chopper. Don't like the handle, it's a little bit big, which once again, how is he going to design that so that it could feel comfortable?
Let's move on to Arnon's blade.
I mean, I enjoyed watching him all his hammer work and doing a traditional fold on it, and I'm a big fan of the daggers, but I mean, there's a lot there. It's gonna be a lot to swing.
The blade itself had to be between 11 and 15 inches.
There's no way that that's 15 inches.
No, I think it's a bit long.
It's longer. It's a full, what, 16 1/4?
I mean, this isn't an eighth over, this
No.
isn't a quarter, this is over an inch.
Well, that's a
Excessive.
consideration, but is it a disqualifying consideration? Bladesmiths, the time has come for one of you to leave the forge. Arnon, you did not make the cut.
Arnon, the rules were laid down for a size, and you wound up an inch over that length. Don't know what else I can tell you.
I understand.
Arnon, please surrender your weapon.
I do feel a bit of a disappointment about being eliminated. It would have been nice to continue. In the end, that 1 extra inch of blade is what defeated me. I'm just awful with numbers. So that's a very obvious thing to get axed for.